If you are like me, you have thick locks, and you're thinking about dyeing them.
Hey, I'm feeling you.
Hey there, welcome to my video. You're probably here because you have thick locks and you're thinking about dyeing them. I was thinking about dyeing mine too, and I did, as you can see. My locks were red before this, and before that they were blonde. And I think I first dyed them blonde. So yeah, this would be number 3, dye number 3. So let me first tell you about my locks before we get into anything else. My lock journey started in November 2021. It was the 13th of November, actually, no, the 19th, something like that. Something between like the 13th and the 19th. It was something like that. So yeah. So I've had my locks for a year and November, December, a year and 4 months. It's been a year and 4 months with my locks. Let me tell you, it's been a ride. It's been a ride. I think I'm gonna upload a lock journey video, so come back for that. When it comes to lock count, I have 46 locks. Or at least I think I have 46 locks. Because I counted, and one time I got 45, one time I got 46. I counted again, I got 45. I counted again, I got 46. So you know what? We're just gonna go with 46. So I have 46 locks, and my hair is 4C hair. Granted, if you're someone who really cares about the vitality of your locks, I would say just don't dye them ever. Because dyeing hair, just because you have locks doesn't mean they're invincible, and they can get damaged just like loose hair can. So if that's something you're really concerned about, then don't go dyeing your locks. Just let them be. It grows back. The things that I used 2 boxes of Cream of Nature in the color Honey Blonde, bleach and developer, and a keratin hair treatment. I think it wasn't a difficult process at all, so let's get into that. Okay, so I started off by sectioning off my hair into 4 sections, 2 in the front, 2 in the back. This makes it a whole lot easier to go about the process of getting all the bleach and dye into my hair. I'm just speeding this up so you're not staring at me forever and ever. But I mixed my bleach. I used a 40 developer. Okay, so here I'm showing you that when I'm putting the bleach on, I put it on the length of the lock first and avoid the roots, because you know roots develop faster than the length of your locks. So I applied the bleach to the ends of my locks before I added them to my roots, or I should say that's what I was intending to do. That's what I was trying to tell you to do, but I don't know if you can see it in the video with the speed that it's going. That's not what I did, which is why my hair came out the way it came out. Like halfway through, I started just doing whatever I felt like. So I was literally just putting it everywhere, from the roots to the tip, from the tips to the root. I was just not listening to myself. I was in my head for so long. But girl, anyway, I got my iconic plastic bag to do my wrap up so I could leave it in, and I left it in for, I think it was 12, no, not so long, like 10 minutes. Left it in for like 10 minutes, cleaned up all the bleach off of me because you know how that stuff burns. After washing my hair out and a little dance break, I think 50 Cent was playing, I got to see what my hair really looked like in the mirror for the first time-ish, kind of. So I got most of it good with the bleach. Like, I had little patches like this one right here with like just a little bit of black hair. You can see them kind of in the front. And then I saw this one very noticeable one. It's not that one, but there were these little black patches all over until I saw that one. Yeah, that one. That little spot, I saw that and I was like, man, how I missed this whole little spot. Like, look at this side, how even. But then turning around, I realized the bleach didn't do that good of a job going down towards the ends of my locks. So I was like, damn. My roots were still kind of dark in the back. Like, you know, quite uneven, quite like, and this is why I demonstrated. Apply the bleach to your ends first before you get to your roots, because stuff like this happens. And I didn't listen to myself. So hey, you listen to me while you have the opportunity. Bleach your locks first. Leave your roots for last, or else you'll turn out with something like this. So I started preparing to dye my hair. This is the Honey Blonde Cream of Nature. I got 2 of those. So I'm just unboxing them and pouring the developer into the cream thing there. You'll see. So I put some gloves on again, and I just started applying. There was really not much of a process. Once again, as usual, I sectioned off my hair. This time, I didn't really do the 4 sections. I think I just did like 1/2, and then I split the other half into 2, and I worked on the front, then the back, then the front, then the back. And as you can see, I'm really focusing on the ends of my locks because I realized that the bleach didn't do too well. Like, it didn't get to transfer too well. So I was making sure to get as much of the dye on the ends of my locks as I could to let the dye work through whatever little bit of red was left back. Here I'm just showing you what the dye looked like. Just took a little scoop so you could see. At this point, I have gotten dye completely through like all of my locks, all of them from root to tip, perfectly covered. I had just enough dye. Well, actually, I had just a little extra, so I had extra dye. You know, maybe like a 1/4 of a bottle left back. I used it, but just letting you know. And by the way, turn a fan on. Turn a fan on or be in an open space when you're doing this. The fumes are serious. They are serious. They will take you out. They almost took me out. Use a fan. So after all this, I've gotten all the dye in. I got my iconic plastic bag again and I tied up, but this time I didn't use a bonnet this time. This time around, I actually went and got a scarf, one of my silk scarves, and I just did a good little wrap up, cute little neat wrap up. Unfortunately, after I got all of the dye out of my hair, I forgot to take a video. But here are some pictures that I took. I took some pictures of what my locks looked like fresh out the shower, like fresh out, and you can see I love the way they turned out. It's a super cool shade of blonde. Like, just look at it. Tell me that doesn't look cool. You trying to tell me that's not cool? So overall, it was a really cool experience, I will say. You know, you learn a lot of stuff along the way. Like, they put systems in place for a reason. When they say do the ends first, they mean it. But I would definitely do it again. I might go get maybe 2 more boxes of the honey blonde in like a while from now. Give my locks a chance to just breathe and get the ends matching up here. But for now, it's cool. So if you have thick locks and you were just looking for some inspiration, you were just trying to figure out how to get it done, I hope this video helped you. If it did, like, subscribe. You can leave a comment with any questions, anything that you wished I said but I didn't. I'll reply, I promise. It's been real, guys.